Hello and welcome to our English news coming to you from Canal, Algérie. First, the top stories of the news. Tasks by the President of the Republic, Abdelmajid Tebboune, Prime Minister, is in Osaka, Japan, to supervise the National Day as part of the Osaka 2025 World Expo. Army General Said Chingri reaffirms that building a strong Algeria requires the November values while visiting the Shechel Military Academy. Algeria joins the ASEAN organization and reiterates its commitment to consolidate peace and security within the International Charter. And Sonalgaz is in full expansion with a technical team in Syria to assess the situation and more agreements with countries of West Africa. First in our news, tasked by the President of the Republic, Abdelmajid Tebboune, Prime Minister, Nadir Al-Arbawi is in Osaka, Japan, to supervise the National Day held as part of Osaka 2025 World Expo. Themed Designing Future Society for Our Lives, Mr. Al-Arbawi, accompanied by the Culture and Tourism Ministers, respectively, Zohair Balalo and Houria Madani. This participation is meant to highlight the deep cultural and civilizational dimension of Algeria, in addition to economic assets and investment opportunities. To another story now, Algeria is gaining back the global stage through its participation in Osaka Expo 2025, where it offered a stand to display its rich heritage and culture. Melissa Kabesh has more details.
Algeria offered a glimpse of its rich culture during the Expo Osaka 2025, where the Algerian pavilion draws significant attention of international visitors, all eager to discover its beauty.
Each day we receive around 8,500 visitors. A program has been implemented to promote tourism in Algeria and discover its culture. It's an occasion to promote touristic Algerian destinations in addition to its traditional crafts that reflects national identity. Our mission is to promote Algerian craftsmanship throughout new technologies, including 3D and digital platforms.
As shown, Algeria is making its mark on the global stage. Those present at the event have evoked their particular interest in the Algerian pavilion, as many nationalities fell for its charm.
I love the traditional dresses. They are very beautiful. Algeria is a very beautiful country, especially its architecture. We are so happy that we were able to visit the Algerian pavilion twice in a row.
Many hope for the third edition to be held on Algerian soil, an opportunity to discover its beauty, culture and heritage up close.
Army General Said Chingri, Minister Delegate to the Minister of National Defense, Chief of Staff of the People's National Army, visited the Military Academy of Shechel, named after late President Houari Boumediene, on the eve of the annual graduation ceremony held in this prestigious academy. Details with Melissa Kabesh once again.
After the welcoming ceremony, the Army General, accompanied by the Commander of the Land Forces, the Commander of the 1st Military Region and the Commander of the Shechel Military Academy, observed a minute of silence on the late President Houari Boumediene, before presiding over an orientation meeting with the school's personnel and students, where he delivered a keynote speech indicating that building a strong Algeria capable of facing all challenges requires us to go back to the values of November's glorious revolution, as it is a source of pride that guides faithful citizens in the path of development and devotion.
إن بناء الجزائر الحصينة المنيعة والقوية القادرة على رفع كافة التحديات وكسب كل الرهانات يستلزم منا جميعا العودة الصادقة إلى قيم ثورة نوفمبر المجيدة، كونها المنبع الغزير والمنارة التي يسترشد بها الوطنيون المخلصون في مسار البناء والتطوير والتكريس.
Calling on students and the Algerian youth to keep these values in mind and embody them on the ground by being committed to provide a quality performance at the service of the nation and its supreme interests, because believing in national and republican values that built the dignity of the Algerian people and raised our flag up high deserves to be engraved in the hearts of our youth and embodied in their professional work. On this occasion, the Army General stressed that the People's National Army, under the leadership of the President of the Republic, Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, Minister of National Defense, is keen to instill our national history in our minds and for it to be a source of pride and inspiration, but they are also committed for it to be transmitted on the ground as work fields that proves that Algeria that got free from colonial yoke and defeated the plans targeting its republic with terrorism and violent extremism will stay today and tomorrow united and victorious thanks to its attachment to the principles of the nation and the republic.
ستبقى اليوم وغدا موحدة ومنتصرة على من يعاديها بفضل تمسكها وثباتها وإيمانها بنفس هذه القيم الوطنية والجمهورية.
At the end, students expressed their joy as they are ending their training in great circumstances, as well as their full readiness to accomplish their national duty on the ground, all aware of the challenges ahead of them to safeguard the unity, security and stability of the country. On this occasion, Army General inaugurated a residential area of 400,000 units for the benefit of the Seychelles executives and staff.
Back to the Asian continent, precisely to Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, where the Foreign Affairs Minister, Ahmed Attaf, supervised the signing ceremony of the Association of Southeast Asian Nations Treaty. In a statement to the Foreign Affairs Minister, highlighted the Algeria's adhesion to this regional organization. Let's have a listen to our Foreign Affairs Minister.
Today marks significant milestones in Algeria's relations with ASEAN. We are truly honored to join the community of nations that are party to the Treaty of Amity and Cooperation, a community that gathers all those who see ASEAN as an example to be referred to and inspired by it worldwide.
Still with the same event, Ahmed Attaf took part in the 58th ASEAN Foreign Affairs Minister meeting held in Kuala Lumpur, during which Algeria joined the Treaty of Amity and Cooperation of the ASEAN. The event was marked by the presence of the Malaysian Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim, whose country is assuming the rotating presidency of the regional organization. Anwar Ibrahim was met by Ahmed Attaf, who extended to him the president's wishes and will to cooperate between the two countries, as well as partnership with the ASEAN. Also in cooperation, the Secretary General of the Inter-Ministry co-chaired with his Mauritanian counterpart the Second Security Joint Commission to consolidate security operational coordination with an environment marked by geopolitical changes and unstable security conditions. The meeting is meant to secure as well border zones between the two countries. Pursuant to the guidelines of the President of the Republic to back Syria in terms of electricity, a technical team representing Sonalgas on visit to this country checked the electricity facilities to determine the needs of Syria and provide the required assistance in coordination with the Syrian relevant institutions. Sonalgas signed as well to agreement with Beninese operators in the energy sector, in addition to a memorandum of understanding with West African countries. We are still watching Canal Algérie. Coming up in our news. The French far right in trouble as financial police raid its headquarters over suspected campaign funding irregularities and possible fraud. Welcome back to our news. France's main far-right party is now under intense security as financial police raid its headquarters over suspected campaign funding irregularities and possible fraud. Afaf Belouchet and Melissa Lila-Baraman with more details.
A unit from the Financial Crimes Brigade has raided the former National Front's headquarters. 20 officers and 2 investigating judges searched offices, copied servers and seized documents. The party's entire account and archive is now in the hands of the judiciary. Investigators suspect shady campaign funding, questionable private loans, and services billed at inflated rates or never delivered at all. Prosecutors believe the party's electoral machine may have crossed multiple legal lines. Yet, for this far-right party, which often accuses the courts of being soft on rivals, the law knocking at its own door now feels like a plot.
La police est arrivée aujourd'hui et a mis la main sur l'ensemble de nos données, bien évidemment les données financières.
The police took everything: financial records, emails, private notes. France's biggest party now has no secrets for the government. Candidates' lists, programs, strategies, all exposed.
Nos programmes, la manière dont nous souhaitons faire campagne, nos stratégies sont connues du gouvernement.
Party leader Jordan Bardella struck the same tone, having already called it political harassment the day before, when his European parliamentary group came under investigation by the European Public Prosecutor's Office.
I think no one is fooled by this operation.
But many are not buying the victim act. Online, mockery is rife. You flout the rules because you're arrogant, then cry persecution when caught. That's Bardella's National Front. Amateurish and smug. Surprised? Not really. Meanwhile, the European Public Prosecutor's Office is investigating 4.3 million euros in suspect spending by the now defunct Identity and Democracy Group, the same bloc that often blamed Algeria for every ill, and which the party left days ago to form a new alliance under a new name.
And in a related context, the European Court of Human Rights rejected a request by Marine Le Pen to suspend her 5-year ban from holding public office in France. The Strasbourg-based court found that Le Pen, the head of the National Rally, failed to demonstrate the existence of an imminent risk of irreparable harm to the rights protected under the European Convention on Human Rights. Also in the news, the last Australian company importing phosphate from Western Sahara has finally stopped its import operations, an illegal act according to many human rights defenders that spread awareness at the international level regarding the just cause of Western Sahara. Melissa Kabash explains.
The Australian company Dyno Nobel have finally put an end to its phosphate import operations from occupied Western Sahara, a decision hailed by human rights defenders. According to them, this move marks the end of an illegal trade with an exploited territory without the consent of its people and in total violation of the rulings of the UN's Court of Justice. This act, qualified as illegal, has been occurring for many years by 3 Australian private companies, starting with West Farmers CSBP, who shut down this operation in 2011, Impact Fertilizers in 2013, and finally Dyno Nobel. This move has allowed the Polisario Front to take a big step within the legal plan, especially in front of the European jurisdiction. 2 trade accords between the AU and Morocco has been terminated due to the illegal involvement of Western Sahara, recognized as a separate territory from Morocco. From 15 phosphate clients to 4, the Sahrawi cause is gaining more ground within this field, a telling evidence of the awareness spreading across the world in favor of this just cause.
As prices soar and livelihoods crumble, many Moroccans find themselves battling poverty, unemployment and forced evictions, a mounting crisis that leaves entire families with nowhere to turn. Melissa Lila-Balaman once again.
We're exhausted, there's nothing left to eat and everyday essentials are becoming unaffordable.
This single appeal captures the harsh reality for countless Moroccans whose only wish is to secure a modest, decent life. Wages fall short, prices keep rising, jobs are scarce, taxes weigh heavier each year, and on top of that, families face sudden demolitions of their homes, adding to the widespread sense of despair.
We lack safe drinking water and basic health care. We're left to fend for ourselves. Even our children, with their diplomas in hand, cannot find work. If we are to be forced out of our homes, at the very least, we need new roofs over our head.
Ever since Morocco entered its normalization era, hardship seems to have deepened, and abandoned people, left to struggle alone, now face a daily fight just to hold on.
From Morocco to the Middle East now, the situation is still critical in the Palestinian territories, with fresh bombardment on Gaza conducted by the Zionist army, killing hundreds of people, including whole families and children, despite the ongoing negotiations in the Qatar capital Doha with a view to brokering a ceasefire. To the weekly report of the PNA, which carried out several successful operations denoting the professionalism, vigilance and availability of the armed forces in terms of fighting terrorism. Detachments of the PNA arrested several support elements backing terrorist groups throughout the national territory. As for combating organized crime, detachments of the PNA, in coordination with different security services, intercepted 42 drug dealers and foiled attempts to introduce more than 16 quintals of drugs on the borders with Morocco, in addition to huge quantities of psychotropic tablets across the military regions in Tamras, Burj Baji Mukhtar and Ain Saleh. PNA detachments arrested 573 individuals and seized equipment used in illegal operations, and finally Coastal Guards thwarted attempts to illegal immigration and rescued 486 individuals of different nationalities on board of Dignies. And finally, in Beniksila, children from Al-Wad are enjoying a seaside holiday that blends fun, learning and national pride, a welcome escape after a demanding school year. Melissa Lila-Balaman with more details in this vivid story.
In a cheerful and lively atmosphere, these children from Al-Wad have set off for Beniksila, where they will spend a few days enjoying a well-earned holiday.
We came here to Beniksila to make the most of these beautiful beaches. We're having so much fun and the food is really good.
The young vacationers are soaking up every moment by the sea, cooling off in the water and staying active with sports on the sand.
After a long school year, it feels great to be here. Beniksila is such a lovely place. The camp's mission is to strengthen young people's sense of national belonging and instill core educational and religious values. The seaside camp hosts 150 children from Al-Wad province. An organizing team is on hand every day, supported by round-the-clock medical staff. The program combines innovative science activities like robotics, astronomy and Soroban, alongside artistic workshops, sports and educational group projects.
For these children from Algeria's far south, the trip offers a rewarding break full of exploration, relaxation and learning, a welcome interlude after months of schoolwork.
A worthy holiday indeed. With this, we come to the end of our news bulletin. Tomorrow, another day, other news. Keep tuning to our channel programs. Take care and bye-bye for now.